this lighting's not too bad, you know. Kind of a fan of it. Anyways guys, this is future me, as you'll see later on in the video. I took a look at the time it takes for me to both show you the duel and the explanation of the deck, and it took a bit longer than I expected. So what I'll be doing is, well, showing you the deck in action in this video, and then in the next video, if you're really interested, I go through the proper breakdown of the deck, what cards are in there, and how each card can combo from each other. So I just stay tuned for that, I guess, and I'll obviously put a link to that either in the description, in the comments, or even maybe a card will appear somewhere there. But yeah, I'm gonna split up. It's a bit too long, so just stay tuned for that. And just to remind you guys that I do stream on Twitch every now and then, so the link is in the description below, just like as per usual. So check me out there, and also to follow me on Twitter for the channel updates, and I guess when I'm just going live, because I don't have a proper schedule on Twitch. So just be sure to follow me on there. So that's all I have for the intro of this video. You can go ahead and enjoy the rest of this video. Now I'm gonna do something a bit different. For this video, I'm gonna show you a duel replay that I had that proper showed off the power of this deck. Now, if you're interested in me like doing a proper ranked match with this deck, just leave it in the comments below if you want to see me do that, and then I'll put out a video for that. Also, to remind you guys that this deck is completely free to play. All I've done is use gems to build this deck, and also this deck is good enough to get you to high ranks. It lets you climb up the ranks, but I don't think it will let you reach King of Games, because, well, most King of Games decks are normally pay to win, so just don't be expecting that you'll be reaching the high ranks. So this duel, we start off with these 4 cards. Not really a bad hand, but it could be a bit better. So our only strongest option is to use Shiranui Samurai, which is our 1800 monster. So in this duel, we set up Pyramid of Wonders as well as our trap card and summon our Shiranui Samurai. So he's only set a couple cards down, we don't know what it is. So we draw our next card, which is our Spectral Sword. Now let me tell you guys that the Shiranui deck is all about sending the Shiranui cards into the graveyard and then activating their effects to do whatever. So we have our 6-star Shiranui Samurai Saga card on the field, and we've destroyed his monster. And he obviously has set up the White Stone of Ancients, which lets you get a blue eyes from your deck. But we have our counter trap set up to get rid of that effect. So Divine Wrath activates, we discard our card, which we wanted, in the graveyard. So he has no choice to end his turn with these 3 cards on his field. And we attack his life points, but he has enemy controller. Next, he summoned his Cosmo Brain card to get rid of his blue eyes from his hand, and allowing him to summon blue eyes using Birthright that he set down. This situation is looking a bit picky, but it's something that I kind of wanted. I wanted my level 6 monster to be in the graveyard so I can synchro summon my level 8 monster. Next, we activate Dark World's Demon effect because I kind of wanted Solitaire to be in the graveyard, but instead what I drew was Spirit Master, and I really wanted this card in the graveyard because his effect of when you banish it, you can destroy a face-up card that your opponent controls. But I know I don't have any banishing cards right now, but it's the cards that are in the graveyard that allow me to banish this card from the graveyard, obviously. But either way, banishing this card will let you activate its effect. So next we summon our Solitaire card, and activating its effect, tributing it to get a Shiranui monster from my deck. So before we move on here, because the duel goes on really quickly, so we have Spectral Sword, and what I know about its effect is that if you tribute this card, you can target 2 of your banished zombie monsters, and one of them including a Shiranui monster. So I know that that's going to happen. So what we do is we synchro summon our level 8 monster using our Spectral Sword's effect, which is right there. You can basically synchro summon a zombie monster using the cards in the graveyard. So we did that, we summoned our level 8 synchro monster, and then we activate this card's effect of banishing another zombie card to gain attack points equal to the banished card. So we did that, we banished our Spirit Master here, as you can see, and this will activate a chain of effects. So first we activated our Shiranui Samurai Saga's effect, reducing Blue Eyes attack to 2500. And then we have Spirit Master's effect kicking in, destroying Cosmo Brain. And then we activate our Shiranui, what was it? The Spectral Sword Shade. Activate that card's effect to get our banished Shiranui monsters. So we got them two out, and then we used the Synchro Summoning to get our most powerful Shiranui card, the Sun Saga. Now, activating this card's effect, you can return your tuner monsters, you can return your synchro monsters and destroy as many cards that your opponent owns. So if you have maybe 3 synchro monsters in your graveyard, you can destroy up to 3 cards that your opponent controls. So we got rid of his card that was face down there because we was afraid of what it was, and lucky me, I destroyed his enemy controller. And we attack his Blue Eyes, making him lose 1000 attack life points. Anyways, he summons his Luster Dragon to try and get rid of my defense card, but what he doesn't know is that my Sun Saga card activates, which lets me banish a zombie card from my graveyard, and any monster that is about to get destroyed won't get destroyed in that turn. So he attacks it, we banish that card, which is our Spirit Master, to get rid of his Luster Dragon. Now with his life points wide open for an attack, I obviously go and attack it. But his next card that activates just gets rid of my last attack off. So Dimensional Prison comes out, banishes my card, and it gives him a chance for a little comeback. So he's only set 1 card. Okay, we draw our next card, and then we summon our Squire card, another powerful card. This summoning this will let me get a Spectral Sword from my deck and just special summon it onto the field. He gets scared, activates Birthright to get his Blue Eyes, so he does that. Next, I Synchro Summon our returned Shiranui card that I did. We bring back Shogun Saga onto the field, having 3000 attack points, and then it gets our boosted attack point. And then we reduce it again, we reduce his Blue Eyes, and then he knows that he's got no choice but to surrender. So that was the power of the deck. It showed off quite a lot of the ability of the deck, showed off a lot of combos, so I hope you kind of followed this through. If not, I can always explain it to you in the next part of this video. My monster, this, as I said, this is kind of a bad hand to start with. Aroma Gardening. Yes, actually Aroma Gardening will actually help it. We'll activate it, and then we'll use his effect